Joining me now is Missouri Senator Josh Hawley, member of the Senate Judiciary Committee. Senator, your reaction with all of this unfolding at the border, and it is a heartbreak to see what's happening to our people, how the kids are suffering, how the crime is going up. But some of your Republican colleagues, like Tom Tillis and others, are now looking to strike a deal with the Democrats over so-called immigration reform in response to this. Your reaction?
Well, I'm certainly not going to support that, Laura. The truth is we shouldn't have to trade anything to get the enforcement of our laws at our own southern border. And I just say this, the Biden administration is getting exactly what they want at the southern border. This 14,000 a day illegal surge, they've known about this. They've known this would happen. This is what they want, Laura. They don't want a border. They don't want there to be Customs and Border Patrol. They don't want there to be ICE. They don't want there to be immigration enforcement. This is their plan, and they're executing it.
Well, when you think about just single acts of government abuse that have had severe ramifications for the country, right? The Democrats have been talking about January 6th. That's all they got. January 6th, for the last 2 years almost, January 6th. But this will have profound effects on perhaps our first of all, our electoral process, if these people ever get legal rights to vote, our schools, our public health system, everything, our housing. And yet, unless Fox covers it, there are very few media outlets that are actually going to tell the truth about what's happening, period.
Yeah. And what else is new on that, Laura? But you're exactly right. And the criminal justice system. I mean, let's not forget, we're talking here about hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of people coming across the border in the space of 1 year. And what this really says is, Laura, that the Democrats are willing to turn over our sovereign southern border to the biggest human trafficking operation in the world. Those would be the border cartels. They're willing to let them have it. You're concerned about kids? Well, the Democrats want to give the cartels who are smuggling children control of the border. You're concerned about crime? The Democrats want to give the cartels control of the border. And I can just say, as a guy who represents the state of Missouri, we are awash in illegal drugs with fentanyl and methamphetamine in our state. And it's not coming from inside Missouri, it's coming across the border. That is all courtesy of Joe Biden. And I tell you what, it is time to hold this guy accountable, and it's time for the House of Representatives to do their job and to impeach Mayorkas.
Well, there's a difficult effort underway at the White House to try to shift blame for the Title 42 issue, which again would allow for immediate turnbacks, does allow for immediate turnback to the border. That goes away next week. Listen to the White House press secretary on that issue.
Next week, Title 42 is coming to an end. How is the administration preparing for that?
And we put the question to Congress, and what are they going to do here? We're also wanting to do this on a bipartisan way. Republicans know how to work with us, so why don't they work with us on this particular issue that is important to Americans across the country?
Now, Senator, that speaks to exactly what I talked about on the angle. This is a trap for Republicans.
Here's what we ought to do, Laura. We ought to just pass Title 42, extend it by statute, make it the law. I'd be happy to do that. In fact, Republicans have proposed to do that over and over again, and Democrats have blocked it. But if that's what the White House is saying, that they welcome Congress's action on this, great. Let's make Title 42 permanent, and let's do it with the force of law. I'm 100% delighted to do that, and I look forward to seeing the Democrats line up for that.
Yeah, you got to hold your breath on that. They want a mass amnesty with no enforcement. Senator Hawley, great to see you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.